again, so heading in the right direction.
Yeah, look, it was a good run at Rotorua. It was only 1950. Ideal scenario, we would have gone 2-1, then 2-4, but it is what it is, and he is a true stayer. But no, really pleased with his run at Rotorua. There was no real tempo, and he had to make an early move, and he stuck on really well. Ace Carol Lawson rode him that day, and he had done a great job and got off and said he thinks he'll go close next start, so I hope he's a good judge.
Yeah, all right. We've seen this horse win over 2,600 metres in a St. Leger, so we're seeing this runner as a serious Cups contender this season?
He is. We elected to pull him out in the New Zealand Cup and just stay up here, and hopefully if he puts his right foot forward today, we could look at races like the Waikato Cup and Wellington Cup and just stay in this end of the island. But he's a horse that doesn't take a hell of a lot of racing, but he's a true stayer, and I hope he's a better horse this year than he was last year, so I hope he goes a nice race in a select field.
Good on. All the best.
Cheers.
That's Darren Weatherly there, trains in partnership with his daughter Briar and sits at 340 Matt Mark, and we'll get to you for a market update in a very awkward race. How have the punters assisted?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to describe it too, BP. Awkward. We obviously opened Mary Louise, $3.10 was the early market favourite, and went pretty cold on her very early on as we saw the money come for SVR. They're playing around those the three runners, the 1, the 3 and also the 4 Can He Rock we've seen good support for as well, now into $3.80. As we close in on race start time just over 3 minutes out, we are starting to see that late push for Mary Louise, which may just indicate that it's going to start favourite here in the first of the day. But the way the market's unfolding, BP, very safe to say that the punters are playing it safe.
Not surprised, Matt. Thank you. Leith, what about you?
Yeah, I thought SAVR, look, he's got a liking for the 2,400 metres, and yeah, I thought Mary Louise, obviously they've got the New Zealand Club as a backup plan. I'm not sure if, 60 kilos on her back's a little bit of a question mark for me.
Yeah, Wellington Cup winner, a couple of runs in this campaign, and we know that she's going to be better for it. What about horses that we have seen a bit of? I mean,
Diamond Jack.
Diamond Jack.
Yeah, he loves the course, doesn't he? Sort of won 3 times, 4 placings, and takes 2 kilos off his back as well with Ace Lawson Carroll. So, yeah, it's a hard race to be backing, but I think, yeah, SVR just on top.
Yeah, Diamond Jack and Irrigate both won on Foxbridge Plate Day, which was, of course, in August, and it was a wet track that afternoon. Can he rock? I know it's got you a number of times. He's run very good races in the Egmont and Waverley Cup, and he was placed in a Wellington Cup last preparation.
He's been going super, and look, I think Sam's probably, she's going to get on with him well. Like, he doesn't begin that well out of the gates, so Sam might have to be a little bit positive, even though there's only 5 runners. He's probably my 3rd pick in the race.
Let's get to you, George Simon, of the James and Annie Sart Memorial Race Day. Can't wait for that feature race at 8 minutes past 4. But we kick it off here with 5 runners going around in a very intriguing stayers race over the 2,400 metres, the Waikato Cup Prelude. A very good afternoon to you.
Kia ora, Brendan. Nice to be joining you and Leith here on course today. Sart Memorial Race Day, as you mentioned. Always a good day, this. Traditionally on this Labour weekend. And this track is a good 4. Railers out 3 metres today. A little bit of blustery conditions as well, but rather pleasant at the moment. I went with 3 SVR. I think he's just about ready, 3rd up to put his foot in the till. Tricky little races, everyone's been saying. 1 Mary Louise brings the class factor to the race, along with 2. Put in 2 Diamond Jack and also 5 Irrigate. So I've left out Candy Rock, who, to be fair, has gone a couple of nice races in recent starts. But 3 on top for me, SVR. I just saw his last run at Ottawa Park. Was a lovely run over 9. Today, obviously the class factor around Mary Louise. But 3, 1, 2 and 5, my numbers here. First on the program.
Yeah, I thought we heard enough from Darren there, Leith, the identifying those summer cups coming up with him, and he was a good winner last campaign, and he's 3rd up this preparation.
Yeah, he had experience. He went to Australia last season as well, so yeah, I think he'll be heading the line pretty strong today.
All right, so $3.50 SVR, $3.50 Candy Rock, $4 Mary Louise, Diamond Jack 5.5, and the outsider at $6.50. The Sky City Hamilton Waikato Cup Prelude 2,400 kicks off James and Annie Sart Memorial Day. Great race day in front of us. For his call on the first, here's George.
So the last couple are about to come into line, SVR and Candy Rock. Favourite SVR at $3.40 with the bookmakers. Candy Rock at $3.60, Mary Louise $4. Diamond Jack and Irrigate make up the field. 5-horse field for the first. on Sutton Memorial Race Day. And we're set to go and the gates open. They're off racing from the 2,400 metres. Irrigate was one of the first away from the inside, but going forward is Mary Louise. Deeper out is SVR in a tactical affair in the early stages. Candy Rock looks for cover back and behind them. And last of all here is Diamond Jack. So down by the 300 metres on the first occasion. And Sam Weatherly's going to take SVR to the lead here. And he leads by a length and a half for Mary Louise, second up on the outside. Box seating third is Irrigate. Back fourth, one out next then as they come down to greet us with a lap to go is Canny Rock. And last of all is Diamond Jack. So past the judges' box they go with a lap to go. And it's SVR in the unusual role of pacemaker. And leads by 3/4 for Mary Louise, content to sit second up on the outside. Still in third spot on the inside is Irrigate, followed by Canny Rock. And last of the five is Diamond Jack. There's only 5 lengths over them as they work out into the back for the first time today. Out towards the 1,500 metres they go. SVR in this unusual role of pacemaker today by 3/4 of a length from Mary Louise, second up on the outside. 2 lengths away Irrigate as they stride along a little bit now, followed then by Canny Rock, and still 2 lengths away Diamond Jack. Absolutely no change in the racing order. So go inside the halfway point and the pacemaker SVR leads by 1 length from Mary Louise. 1.5 away is still third on the inside Irrigate. Canny Rock alongside of it, and 2 lengths detached at the tail of the field is Diamond Jack as they are about to head off the back straight now. 850 metres to go. SVR and Sam Weatherly, they've been dictating the tempo. They lead by 1 length from Mary Louise. Craig Grills second. 2 lengths away Irrigate on the inside for Tegan Newman. Candy Rock is fourth on the outside for Sam Spratt, and still 2 lengths away Ace Lawson Carroll aboard Diamond Jack, just biding his time. They come up towards a home turn, and SVR's gone for the gold here at the 500. He's travelling as well as any. Mary Louise came off the bit quickly. Going past her is Canny Rock. SVR turns for home at the 300. He's 4 lengths in front from Canny Rock, Mary Louise. Then Irrigate and Diamond Jack. SVR in front at the 200. He's clear by 3 from Canny Rock, Mary Louise. Out wider we've got Diamond Jack. It's SVR at the 100 metres. 3 lengths clear from Canny Rock. Running on latest Diamond Jack, and then Irrigate and Mary Louise, but an all the way win for SVR in the first. Second over was Canny Rock. Third at the line was Diamond Jack, and then we had either Mary Louise, who on the inside of it was Irrigate. It was a smart tactical ride in the end by Sam Weatherly. There was no real logical pacemaker, so he went to the front for the first time, I reckon, in his career. The 6-year-old gelding by shocking, and SVR dictated terms, and he's been too good in the end. Canny Rock was still about 2 lengths away at the line. There was a gap back to Diamond Jack. Mary Louise will be fourth, just ahead of Irrigate. So the boldest move at the start to go to the front and lead and dominate paid off.
Certainly did, and it was a race where he really just dictated terms to his liking, didn't he, Sam Weatherly? SVR, a couple of runs in his preparation. Great form line, wasn't it, behind LJ, who came out and won the Stefanos Classic. Good ride, Darren. Look, there was no pace on paper, and Sam took the initiative.
Look, before legging Sam on, I just said, just make sure he's in a nice rhythm. If you're happy with him and his ears are flicking, you know, like my old boss Jim Gibbs used to tell me, if they're in a good rhythm, they're happy horses. And whether you're in front or you're back last, just as long as he's going through his motions. And he executed that perfectly, and he skipped off the corner and held on. So it was nice to see.
You spoke pre-race, no New Zealand Cup, but it sets up nicely now for the Summer Cups up this way.
Absolutely. Yeah, look, we won't have to hammer him. He's a horse that keeps himself pretty fit. So between now and the Waikato Cup, I don't know what we're going to do, but that's the plan. He'll be Waikato Cup and then Wellington Cup type of horse.
One and done. What, you got a tea time at 2 o'clock or something today?
I'll be home to open my first beer before 4.
Good man, well done.
Cheers.
Darren Weatherly, winning trainer in race number 1.